this again. Welcome to the Danny Miner Daily Show. Something happened on my last show and the audio did not work, but I'm back, baby. I'm back and the audio is working perfectly. I'm hoping, folks. I'm hoping. But anyway, what I want to get into, folks, is the Luigi case. Now, yesterday, we talked about the bag, that they didn't search the bag right, okay? That I thought the evidence was going to get thrown out in the bag because they didn't get a search warrant for the bag. I said they could search his person, but they couldn't search the bag. Their search of his person was a search incident to arrest. So yes, they could search him. But the bag, I don't think they could have searched that bag. I think they needed a search warrant for the bag. But we find out today, folks, there's even more trouble with this case. More trouble. I guess they didn't read him his rights. They didn't read Luigi his rights. And let me explain something to you, folks. And this is the best way I could explain it to you. If there's a crime, okay, and I have 6 different people I'm going to interview, I really don't know who the suspect is, okay? I'm trying to figure it out. These people could be witnesses. They can know nothing, but I'm bringing people to interview in. And I bring these people in, and they're just witnesses or whatever. I do not have to read in their rights. But if I bring these people in, not knowing they're my suspect, and they start incriminating themselves, I have to stop them and say, hang on, you're incriminating yourself. Let me read you your rights. You have the right to remain silent. So they know they're incriminating themselves, and I didn't read them their rights yet. Okay? So if you bring people in and you don't know they're suspect, you don't have to read them their rights. You're just trying out to find out the facts. But if they start incriminating themselves, then you have to read them their rights. Now with Luigi, now let me explain this. When they went into that McDonald's, they knew Luigi was their main suspect. They knew it, okay? So they should have read him his rights, okay? Now, my thing is, anything he said before they read him his rights is going to be thrown out. Now, let me explain something. There's something called a res gestae statement. So say they walked into McDonald's and Luigi said, I'm it. I'm the guy that shot him. I did it. The gun's over there. That's a res gestae statement. They didn't ask him any questions. He just blurted it out, okay? He blurted it out. That will be allowed in court if he just blurted something out and they didn't ask him questions. But if they said to him, were you the one that shot him? And he said, yes, different story. They asked him a question, okay? So if he just blurts it out without asking a question, they didn't have to read him his rights. So my thing is, the judge is going to rule this. Anything Luigi said. Now, the case isn't going to get thrown out over this, guys. I just want you to know. These are called suppression hearings. Before the trial, they'll have a suppression hearing to see if anything he said before his rights were read is going to be thrown out. And if it's thrown out, it can't be said in trial. Okay? Doesn't mean he's found not guilty. It just means they can't use whatever he said before his rights were read in court. Now, the bag, if they're saying they should have got a search warrant for that bag, which I believe, I'm a 27-year veteran of the police department, 14 years as a detective. I believe they needed a search warrant for that bag. If they say that they did, and that evidence gets thrown out, they can't bring up that they recovered the gun or anything. It's huge. It's huge. Does it mean the case is over? No, but it definitely throws in some dents in the case. It hurts the case big. I think these were young cops. I think this was a small area, and they fucked this case up. And I usually don't pick on the cops, but guys, they did. They messed this case up. They should have got a search warrant for the bag, okay? You could search the person, but they should have got a search warrant for the bag. Like I said yesterday, if you say to yourself, I think we need a search warrant, you need a search warrant. You need a search warrant, okay? And if I knew Luigi was the suspect I was going, handcuffs, you have the right to remain silent. Handcuffs, right to remain silent. That's what they should have did. Again, if he blurts something out, they're good to go. They could use that statement. But if they asked him a question and he incriminated himself, it's going to get thrown out. He should have been read his rights. So there was 2 fuck-ups, the rights and the search warrant for the bag. And the search warrant for the bag. Folks, this case is going to be very interesting because as a law enforcement officer, there's a lot of technicalities here that I see the cops fucked up in. So they're going to have a hard time convicting him without the evidence and without some of the statements. It's going to be tough Do I think they can still do it because it's on video? I still think they could do it. But if this evidence gets thrown out, it's going to be tougher, is what I'm saying. And I'll keep everybody updated because I don't think we heard the last of this case, okay? And the suppression hearings and everything else, I don't think we heard the last of this. Now, folks, January 6th pipe bomber, okay? The FBI today arrested Brian Cole from the January 6th insurrection, like the Democrats would call it. Democrats say it's an insurrection. But they finally arrested somebody for the pipe bomb. His name is Brian Cole. He's from Virginia. Now, they didn't give a lot of information on why he did it, who he is, anything. Just basically, they made an arrest. Now, think about this, folks. It's been 5 years. Now, the FBI says Trump told them, this is precedence. I want this case solved. Trump pushed the FBI to solve this case. That's what they did. They said they put so many man hours in this, pinging his phone, everything, and the video, and that's how they caught him, folks. So the FBI said Trump told them, I want this solved, and they solved it. Now let's go to Venezuela, folks. And listen, I go through this quick because I don't want to keep you about 15 to 20 minutes a day. Right now I'm doing about 10 to 12 minutes. Venezuela's president, he came out and said his phone conversation with Trump was respectful and cordial. And he's praying for peace. Now, folks, you know what I said yesterday about this dude, okay? I just don't see peace with this guy. I look at him and my gut instincts are, this guy's no good. I would not trust this guy. Do I think this is going to end peaceful with Venezuela? Absolutely, 100% no. I just don't. What do you guys think? I mean, I look at this guy. First of all, I think he's a joke. He looks like a joke. Okay? For some reason, he just does. Anybody that dresses up all the time, they're a joke. Okay? I like to wear shorts and a t-shirt. Okay? So I look at this guy and I think, there's no fucking way he's going to go with this. Never. Watch and see. We will end up in war with these guys. Watch and see. Next thing, the Taliban. Now, we have a lot of controversial things going on right now in America, right? We have a large Muslim population in Minnesota. People are all upset about it. It's a big, huge Muslim population. People are saying they're just racist towards Muslims, this and that, to the Muslim religion. Well, I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to tell you why people are concerned about the Muslim population in Minnesota. I'm going to tell you right now, the Taliban yesterday, they made a 13-year-old boy with a gun in his hand shoot the person that murdered his family in front of 80,000 people. So they put a 13-year-old boy with a gun in his hand in front of 80,000 people to shoot a man. And you think we're going to civilize these people? Yeah, the Middle East, man. Yeah, we're going to solve that fucking problem. They've been doing this shit, burying people up to their heads, throwing rocks at them for fucking hundreds of years. You think all of a sudden they're going to say, you know what? We're wrong, America. We're wrong. We're going to wise up. We're going to wise up. We're not going to do these uncivilized acts. Do you think that's going to happen? How many fucking wars have we went through in the Middle East? Has anything ever been solved? Have these people changed at all? No. They will be like this to the end of time. When I die, if I came back 300 years from now, the Middle East would be the same fucking way because they're taught at birth to hate America, to hate anybody, and kill anybody that doesn't believe in their religion. They treat women like crap. You see it. Okay? So when people say, what are you concerned about? That's what I'm fucking concerned about. That's what the American people are concerned about. We don't want that shit on our soil. I said what I said. I don't care who gets mad at me. We don't want that shit here. I said what I said. Last thing of the day, guys. I'm really hoping the audio worked this time. I did tell somebody to text me if it wasn't working. So I'm hoping it worked, guys. Candace Owens. Guys, I've been talking about this for days, but it makes me sick to my stomach. Charlie's got to be in heaven saying, you were my friend, and you disrespected my children, my name, my wife. She is, to me, Candace is a horrible person for this. And folks, before you get on me and say, how many fucking conspiracies, okay? The French president's wife. That was number one. Then the Charlie conspiracy. Now France wants to assassinate her? Yeah, Candace Owens, a person that's just a podcaster. France wants to. Seriously, she lost her fucking mind. She lost her mind. I said what I said. Now people saying, what is she doing this for views? Her husband's a billionaire. So I don't think she needs the money, but maybe she just wants to be more popular. She wants to be, look at me, I'm Candace Owens. I don't know. But to me, it's disrespectful to her friend. And to me, you want to do that to your friend's family after he passed away? You were no fucking friend. Again, I said what I said. All right, that's the Daily Show, guys. I will be here tomorrow. Now, check me out tonight in 3 hours. The Minor Details will do its first broadcast on Rumble, 6 p.m. Pacific tonight. Me, Angie, Pete. We're going to have a special guest, my buddy Gaudiano. He was a cop with me. And this dude, he's so smart, he made his own cryptocurrency. Wait, he's going to tell you. And then we're going to get into crime. And he might tell you how I was as a cop. He might tell you how I was as a cop. Tune in tonight, 6 p.m. I love you, Rumble. See you tomorrow. See you at 6 tonight.